Whoa, that was trippy. For some reason, it is showing the wrong screen. Why? Well, you guys get to see my background image of of my middle screen. I don't know if you know this image, but I'm a big fan. All right, stop that. Let me just hello. I guess I'll just give you a little bit of a welcome. Hi. Normally I do a little bit of music before my show, but I totally jacked my back up skating today. It was snowing here, and I was going to actually show you some of the snow. I really should figure this out while... So Tim was out there going, yeah, you should, try this trick, which he was outside on the driveway with a skateboard with no trucks, just, a raw skateboard with grip on it. And he was, jumping on it and sliding down the driveway. So I was doing it. And then we started trying to do a shove it. And I did a shove. I actually did land it. I was the first one to land it. But before I landed it, I slipped and fell right on my behind. Right on my ASS, if you will. And I just want to make sure I get this real quick. Yeah, so my back is messed up right now. It hurts so much. All right, there we go. I fixed that. All right, I just wanted to get that going. Yeah, I tweaked my back, so getting over there to my guitar and pulling it over here is a little difficult. Let me just rework my windows here so I can see you guys. All right, so today we got an interesting show. Interesting stuff. I actually have another story that I didn't list in the title. But I found it really interesting. Basically, I just pulled it up randomly, but there was a Southfield clerk is to face 6 felony charges in Michigan. All right, this is from 2018, the 2018 election. She actually changed votes. All right, so she messed with the election, and there's fraud. All right, she's gonna go, but it turns out she's still working at the same place right now. Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk about that. It's ridiculous. Then I'm going to talk about the UK potentially banning and cracking down on bots and scalpers on, the 3080 or the PS5, Xbox. So we're going to talk about that. That's really interesting. I thought that was good riddance because it's kind of crazy. And then I'm going to talk about all this stuff that's going on with the GOP senators snapping about what's going on and how they, there's all this, whatever. I'm going to get into basically election update. I'm going to do I have a whole bunch of articles I'm going to talk about. Then we got Tom Cruise snapping at his film crew because they were not social distancing enough for his tastes. And then, of course, George Clooney comes up and backs him up. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about how Simp is banned. That's right. Twitch has officially banned Simp. Not only Simp, also Incel and Virgin. You're not allowed to call anyone a Simp anymore, or an Incel or a Virgin, because words break bones now. I guess it's a shame, but anyway, I just want to get into it. Let me show you what I woke up to this morning, though. This is directly from my Instagram. Oh, it's not playing smooth, is it? Oh, it is. All right, there we go. I guess I have to keep it. As soon as I stop moving my mouse, I think I got to update my OBS or something because it's not translating a nice smooth video, which is what happened the otthe day. And but that's outside. It's snowing like crazy here. And, well, it actually turned to rain in the middle of the day. But it's beautiful. I've never seen it snow here. It was a really nice thing to wake up to. Just a nice, beautiful thing. I also want to remind you that Crigler Coffee is live. And you can go join my coffee company and get some delicious beans. And, yeah, I really enjoy it. And if you would like to, honestly, you know what I really would prefer? If you just subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below. Share this video. I feel like I'm stagnating, and it might be, I don't know what it is, and I don't really care to find out. I just want to try to, break whatever it is, So please help share my videos, share everything that I do. That really helps me out a lot. And you can also donate to me directly if you'd like. Bitcoin wallet's also there. And you can also send me physical mail. I have a P.O. Box, P.O. Box 68, Brunswick, Maryland, 21716. And I just want to take the second to add, I'm starting a contest. Well, rather, I started it the day Crigler Coffee went live. My blend, called the Catalyst, is named after the board that I actually designed when I was riding as a professional skater for Arbor Skateboards. And it's the Catalyst, and I'm going to give one Catalyst away. All right, and I also have about 10,000 skate stickers here, and I want to be giving away some skate stickers too. So listen, all you got to do is to enter the contest to receive the Catalyst board. All right, is send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I'm going to put a sticker in it. I guess I'll sign the stickers, and I will send you a sticker. All right. Now, one person's going to be the winner. I'm going to pick one of these. Whoever sends in these envelopes, a self-addressed stamped envelope to my P.O. Box. Again, it's P.O. Box 68, Brunswick, Maryland, 21716. Oh, I guess I have to, there it is. So that's it. That's all you have to do to enter. You just send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and boom, you're entering in the contest to win a Catalyst. I don't care where you are in the world. Anyone can win. It doesn't matter. I'm definitely going to be sending it to whoever wins, but you have to get a sticker. So basically, you're already going to get something, but one lucky winner will get the board that I designed myself. And you can't even get them anymore. Well, you might be able to get them used somewhere or some back orders, but Arbor Skateboards doesn't make it anymore. And it's a fantastic board. It's definitely one of my favorite longboards, very trickable. And you can actually go to my webpage, adamcrigler.net, where all of my videos of the skate stuff that I've done are all compiled all into one spot. Here it is. It's just like the skateboarding section in videos. So you can actually go here and check out all my videos. So and they're all there. Lots of good stuff. This is probably my favorite. Adam Crigler and the Catalyst. No, it's probably this one. Yeah, Adam Crigler rips New York City. I love that one. That one was 3 days of skating. It was really a good time, and I had a lot of good fun there. So, all right, let's get into these subjects. First, I want to talk about this. This is crazy. This is from the Detroit News. All right, this is from June 12th, 2020. Southfield clerk will go to trial on 6 felony charges. A Southfield city clerk was bound over for trial on 6 felonies, including falsifying absentee ballot records in 2018, the Michigan Attorney General's office said on Thursday. Southfield clerk Sharika Hawkins is alleged to have altered 193 qualified voter file records during the 2018 general election. The voters of our state deserve a process that is unobstructed, said Attorney General Dana Nessel in a news release. That is why I am committed to doing everything in my power to protect our elections from every conceivable threat. The foundation of our democracy depends on it. Hawkins, 38, faces up to 48 years if convicted of all 6 felonies, which include election law, falsifying records, falsifying returns, forgery of a public record, misconduct in office, and 3 counts of using a computer to commit a crime involving falsifying records and returns, forgery of a public record, and misconduct in office. Judges in the 46th District in Southfield disqualified themselves from Hawkins' preliminary examination. A judge from the 45th District Court in Oak Park will conduct the hearing. According to an affidavit filed by Michigan State Police Detective Sergeant Larissa LeMay, Oakland County Elections Director Joseph Rosal first noticed that the files were altered. When an absentee ballot arrives at a clerk's office, it is logged into the qualified voter file. The clerk then checks to make sure that the file's entries are valid. Rosal contacted Hawkins when he noticed the ballot summary sheet was blank, LeMay's report notes. Rosal, after questioning Hawkins about her ballot sheets, said it appeared that, quote, The ballot return dates for the voters were added or removed from the report in order to force the report to balance to the number of ballots tabulated for each precinct on election night, end quote. It appears that Hawkins had switched her original reports with altered reports, LeMay wrote. When charges were announced in September, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson said the alleged actions did not alter the outcome of any election. There were no voters that were disenfranchised, Benson said. All valid votes in the election were ultimately counted, and the final official vote total was accurate. Okay, so that's what you're telling us. Whether or not I believe you remains to be seen. But what I found really crazy, I forget who posted this on Twitter today, but I saw it and I was like, no way. And I checked it out. Here it is. Michigan city clerk facing 6 fraud felony charges in 2018, still on the payroll and no court date scheduled? Get out of here. This is crazy. This was updated 4 minutes ago, which is pretty crazy, actually, to think about. Sharika Hawkins, pictured below, has been the city clerk of Southfield, Michigan since 2017. As such, it would be her job to oversee elections in Southfield, Michigan at the highest levels. However, Sharika was relieved of her election responsibilities in the 2020 election. According to Detroit News, she is facing up to 48 years in prison if convicted of 6 felony charges she is facing stemming fraud she allegedly committed as she oversaw the 2018 election. The charges include, and I went over those charges already, so how is it possible that such serious allegations from 2018 have still not been resolved in a court of law as we head into 2021? Unfortunately, this seems to be the responsibility of Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel, the lackey of Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Yes. It all comes together. Who appears to be delaying the case until it can be forgotten and dismissed after the election. Of course. We reached out for a comment from the AG office regarding the statement of this case, but received no response. The last occurrence of her case log in oakgov.com, Court Explorer says nothing has occurred with respect to her case since a motion to quash on October 28th, 2020. They tried to quash the whole thing 5 days before the election? Sharika Hawkins, to her credit, did return our call. However, she refused to comment on the status of her case because it is still ongoing, except to state that she was waiting to see if a judge will rule to dismiss her case or did not know when her next court date would occur. When asked if she participated in this election, she said, "I did not." When we spoke with officials of the Southfield city offices, they explained to us that Sharika is still the official city clerk. Despite the dramatic election fraud allegations against her that have not been resolved, they allege that the recent 2020 election was overseen by Deputy City Clerk Nicole Humphreys. They say Miss Humphreys was the acting sitting clerk during the elections and that Sharika was not involved. Do you believe that? Do you believe it? I don't know. I'm not sure if I do. Especially when we're finding out, and I'm going to go over this later, we're finding out that Dominion software, Dominion machines were actually connected to the internet. So people could actually manipulate them from a distance, from their homes, from the internet. That's pretty insane to me. I'm going to go ahead and spin that there UFO. Because number one, it wasn't spinning. And I saw someone in there in chat somewhere saying to spin it. TJ, thank you. Saying no Adam, no peace in the chat. I appreciate that a lot. That's means a lot to me. And why am I'm not in focus. I feel like the camera's, there we go. Am I taking the focus from behind me? Take my focus, camera. Am I more in focus now? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm out of focus, but that's okay. Let's talk about scalpers. All right. I was planning on getting a 28 or a 3080. I would have loved to have gotten one. I got really lucky and I got a PS5. You see it behind me. I love it. I'm really stoked. And actually, shout out to my Discord. because someone in my Discord just randomly tagged me and said, hey, are you getting a PS5? The pre-order is starting right now. And I was like, boom, jumped over to Best Buy and was able to I perfect aligned my time, signed in, booked pre-ordered one, and I got it on the first shipment. So I got lucky. But man, these scalpers are brutal. They are buying as many as they can. They're going on eBay for $1,500, $1,200, $2,000. Same with the 3080s, 3090s, the new AMD cards, the 6000 series. They're going for way too much. I mean, MSRP on almost all of the things I've mentioned so far is $400 to $800. Now the 3090s are actually, to be fair, they're like $1,800, but the scalpers are selling them for $3,000. They're seriously just buying these to flip them. Yeah, okay, free market, whatever. It's like, I get it, but everyone knows it's just brutal. Who likes scalpers besides scalpers? They probably can't stand each other because, if there's enough scalpers, one's going to lower the price, so they all have to lower their price, and then they all have to lower price, and then maybe Sony finally makes enough PS5s that, everyone can actually get one, and all the scalpers get screwed out. That's what a lot of people are saying. Look, guys, don't give into it. Don't give into the scalpers. Don't go spend $2,000 on a PS5. Sony's working on new product. They're really trying to meet the demand. They undercut themselves purposefully because they didn't want to make too many products, too many PS5s, because they were worried with the pandemic and everything that was going on that they shouldn't overproduce their product. And taking a step back, I actually like that. I appreciate that, because I don't like this just make a millions of them because it brings the cost down, but then you're sitting on millions of whatever product it is. I'd rather make things to order. If like my coffee, you can order it and it gets roasted for you and sent out. It's not just like stockpiled, in a warehouse. It's more made to order. And I like that kind of stuff, because it's a little more environmentally friendly. So Sony, they're only making a specific amount. Granted, now we got these scalpers that are coming out and taking advantage of it. It's pretty insane. You know what? Someone mentioned just now in chat, Desert just said ammo hoarders are scalping big time. That's a really good point too. Ammo is another thing. It's not just electronic equipment. It's a lot of stuff. I'm sure there was some, actually, no, I saw it right when the pandemic hit. People were scalping toilet paper, bleach wipes, the Clorox wipes, hand sanitizer. People were selling hand sanitizer for like crazy amounts of money because they were sold out everywhere. Everyone was obsessed with getting a hold of anything, that's what it is. Now there's all these tweets about, oh man, if you've got a PS5 and you're an adult, you should be ashamed of yourself because you're taking a PS5 out of a child's, Christmas. And it's like, no, come on, really? You're going to be mad at the people that got PS5s, including myself. You're mad at me, not at the scalpers that are buying 10, 15 of them and then posting the picture that they have these like pyramids that they built out of the PS5 boxes. And they're like, ha ha ha, I ordered 15 of them. Yeah, that's right. Let me sell them off to you, $1,500. You're angry at me because I got one? I got one? I was able to pre-order one for myself? That's it? That's who you're angry at? Get out of here. Here's an article that it kind of explains a little more on why it's impossible to find a PS5 in stores right now. All right. The fact that Sony and Microsoft were able to launch new game consoles in the middle of a pandemic is impressive, but it comes with a very important caveat. The PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S has been outrageously difficult to find ever since they debuted. Unless you managed to secure a pre-order back in September, chances are you're still searching for a console. Unfortunately, that will continue to be the case in the weeks ahead. In an interview with Russian news agency TASS, Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Jim Ryan discussed a number of topics surrounding the PS5. From the difficulties of launching a product in 2020 to the importance of exclusive titles to his feelings about Microsoft acquiring Bethesda and the Elder Scrolls franchise earlier this year. Everything is sold out. Absolutely everything is sold out, Ryan said as the first batch of PS5 units that went out on November 12th, and everything will be sold out in Russia. There's no doubt about that. I've spent much of the last year trying to be sure that we can generate enough demand for the product. And now in terms of my executive bandwidth, I'm spending a lot more time on trying to increase the supply to meet that demand. Limited quantities of PS5 consoles have been popping up in stock for an instant or two over the past week and a half, but most consumers have been unable to place an order with even with retailers like Walmart giving advance notice about the exact timing when more stock will become available online. Another batch is expected to pop up on Black Friday, but if you aren't one of those first shoppers in the digital line, your chances of snagging one are slim. Ryan also talks about how quickly he expects PS4 owners to migrate to the PS5 in the months and years ahead. And I'm assuming this is a quote from him. All history indicates that the initial cohort from the launch to Christmas, about 3/4 will be upgraders from the PS4, and the remaining 25% will either come from us from another console or will come from outside the console ecosystem. So the great majority of those who buy a PS5 will have a PS4. And there are about 114 million PS4s in the world. The number of those who transfer, if you keep that in mind, is a small number. But for us, the PS4 community is going to remain incredibly important, certainly for 2020, 2021, and 2022, because in those 3 years, that will be the larger PlayStation community. At the very least, those of you who are unable to grab a PS5 before the end of the year can rest assured that Sony does not plan to abandon the PS4 anytime soon. By the time PS5 only games are coming out on a regular basis, finding one in stores should be a piece of cake, at least compared to right now. Now, I actually have some people in my Discord who are really trying to get a PS5, and I'm there with them because I actually have a buddy of mine who his PlayStation's on his last legs, and I've been trying to surprise him with just getting him a PS5 early. I know he's planning on getting one. I just want to hook my friend up, but it's impossible because of the bots. That's really what it is. It's not just scalpers, okay? Sure, the scalpers exist, but the problem is these scalpers aren't just sitting there competing against you while also trying to click and manually add things to your cart, sign everything up, and purchase the PS5. There's many other things that are being scalped right now, but for this example, we're talking about the PS5, and it's the bots, okay? They set up these bots that will go to these sites and automatically autofill, auto-buy as many PS5s as possible. And you think, that's not just one scalper. There's many scalpers out there running many bots. So whatever chances you would have against a regular human being are basically gone because the bots are so much faster than a human. It automatically enters everything and automatically buys out everything that you all the products. So this is what I found interesting. UK politicians called to ban console scalping and the use of bots, aiming to prohibit the resale of gaming consoles and computer components at prices greatly above manufacturer's recommended retail price. Now, before I read this actually, there's a precedent that happened here. There was a man, I couldn't find the article, but we did an episode on it, we did a segment on it on Timcast IRL. It was in April or something. And it was about a man who bought so much hand sanitizer and was trying to sell it personally and was able to, he got in trouble. They basically made it illegal. Like, you can't sell that. Like, sorry, that's illegal. If you try selling it, we're going to come after you. So he was stuck. He spent like 10 grand or something on this hand sanitizer stock that he bought and then was stuck with it. He had to sit on it. And I don't know what happened. I think maybe he gave it away or something and maybe got a tax credit or something. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but this is what I'm talking about here. All right, let's read about this. Members of the UK Parliament have filed a motion to discuss prohibiting the resale of game consoles and computer components at prices greatly above manufacturer's recommended retail price, and to ban the use of bots to purchase those goods. That's the exciting part right there. As reported by VGC, 6 members of the Scottish National Party tabled the motion, which at the time of writing has amassed 23 signatures from MPs across several parties. The motion aims to prohibit sales of consoles and computer components beyond the recommended retail price, ban bulk buying by automated bots, and prevent resales at inflated prices. The motion specifically mentions a 2018 UK law passed to prevent rip-off prices on resale of tickets for live events. That law forces secondary sellers of other live event tickets to be transparent about the original price of purchase and other details pertinent to a purchase, as well as forces the reseller to prove they own the item in question to prevent fraud. That is pretty awesome. And this is the full text of the motion in the House. Well, of course, this is UK Parliament. That this House believes that new releases of game consoles and computer components should be available to all customers at no more than the manufacturer's recommended retail price and not be bought in bulk by the use of automated bots, which often circumvent maximum purchase quantities imposed by the retail. Calls on the government to bring forward legislative proposals similar to those introduced for the secondary selling of tickets, therefore prohibiting the resale of gaming consoles and computer components at prices greatly above manufacturer's recommended retail price. And furthermore, this House and further calls on the government to bring forward legislation proposals making the resale of goods purchased using an automated bot an illegal activity, therefore denying unscrupulous vendors the chance to make themselves vast profits at the expense of genuine gamers and computer users, while also deterring fraudulent cybercriminal activity. The move was tabled as an early day motion which calls for the UK's House of Commons to formally debate on the topic. Sadly, early day motions rarely make it through the process, but UK readers may want to contact their local MP to ask them to support the motion. Obviously, I live in America, and UK's laws wouldn't do anything for me here, but it is an interesting idea, whether or not that would be something that we would do here. I don't know. There's a lot of talk about the internet, and this is something I've been saying for a long time. The internet is a new thing in human civilization. We're still learning and understanding how to not necessarily regulate, but regulate it in a sense that we understand what it does to our psyche, what it does to our society, what it does to on all levels, because it really has changed the way humans live on this planet. That aside from the society that we now have with farmers doing their thing. Everyone goes to a store to buy food now instead of going to the farmers or a farmer's market. There's all sorts of different things that we can go branch out from here and talk about. But, the banning of bots to buy multiple purchases of products to then make a sale and ruin somebody's chances of basically getting any one of these said products. It's interesting. So we'll see. I'm going to be paying attention to this to see what happens in the UK, to see if anything does happen there. It continues on a little bit. I just want to show this is a pretty cool image. This is from GTA, and it shows an Xbox being arrested. Xbox face. I don't know. Scalping has become a hugely visible issue following the release of next-gen consoles, with PS5 reaching as much as $2,000 price point on the resale market, and bot users claiming thousands of units for resale at inflated prices. It's a trend that may have been inspired by the rise of sneaker culture. Another thing that happens too. That huge demand and low supply may have led even more nefarious events across UK. PS5s were seemingly swapped out from Amazon deliveries, and gangs have even been stealing them from moving delivery trucks. No way. Really? Gangs have been stealing them from moving delivery trucks. That is crazy. That reminds me of Fast and Furious 1, the first one, where they take over that truck, and I think that was the first one. It was, because I've only seen one of them. It had to be the first one. Maybe I saw one of the new ones, 7 or 8, I don't know, with Dwayne Johnson, or was that, I don't know, it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's that, and we're going to be paying attention to that. Before I continue, I just want to say, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it really does help me. Please subscribe, and also share. Share my videos, share my live show. I go live Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 8 p.m., and I talk about the day's events that I've done by researching and finding out what's going on, and I'm talking about it. So please do share my videos. It definitely helps. And most importantly, smash that like button. Yeah, that's right. Smash it. Smash that like button. You know you want to. You know what? I'm going to spin this here UFO for y'all. Because I know all you are smashing that like button. Come on. Let's double up the likes. All right? There's more than double the amount of viewers right now than the amount of likes. Let's double it. Smash that like button. Smash it down. Let's do that. All right, so let's move on. Now I want to talk about the whole election thing, because this is insane. So much is happening, and really, I'm pretty pissed off right now, because now I'm going to talk about I still think Trump's going to win. All right, don't get me wrong. The reason I'm angry is because there are senators that are out there that are talking about fraud happened. But what we need to do is make sure it doesn't happen again. What? That's your response? That's what you want to do? You want to make sure it doesn't happen again? What? What? Are you serious? Rand Paul? Let me bring this up here. All right. This is sorry about that. This is a video, and it's basically clips a bunch of different, obviously it's got a little bit of text there, but it's from a Senate hearing, and which, man, how useless are Senate hearings? That's what I'm learning this year. Senate hearings mean absolutely nothing. Blah, 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 blah. That's all Senate hearings are. My goodness, it's ridiculous. All right, so look. GOP senators hammer election fraud. The fraud happened. The election was stolen. That straight up came from Rand Paul's mouth. But the thing he says next pisses me off so much. He says, the only thing we can do about it is make sure it doesn't happen again. That's your answer? Make sure it doesn't happen again? Excuse me? You're going to roll over and accept it? That's it? Are you kidding me? That blows me away and pisses me off. Get out of here. We're finding out that all of this fraud exists. All right, now they're getting to the point where they're like, well, Trump's own team said there isn't enough evidence to overturn the election. No, that's something Bill Barr said, because I don't know if he's even trustworthy anymore. Now he's not even going to be attorney general anymore. I don't know what's going on with that whole thing. I don't know enough information about it, but I do know he's now resigning. As of next Thursday, he's no longer the attorney general. Okay, and then we got a new attorney general coming in, A.G. Rosen. I forget his first name, but he had a video talking about how foreign influence was on George Washington's mind. That's right, our first president. And they talked about it, how they need to make sure foreign influence is not a thing. And guess what? It's always a thing. Always. All right? We as Americans are standing in front of the rest of the world of tyrants like the CCP. Not China. Not the Chinese citizens. All right? The CCP, the Chinese government, they want everyone under their heel. All right? And they want us under the heel. Now we're seeing that we know they've spent millions of dollars this year over the past 6 months meddling with our elections, altering the media. How is that allowed? Okay? They're literally shoving propaganda, Chinese propaganda, into our airwaves, into our media systems, spending millions of dollars to do exactly that. How is that allowed? I don't know. But the new Attorney General coming in, Attorney General Rosen, talks about it. He talks about the foreign interference that has happened this year. He knows about it. So he's coming in hot. All right? I expect, keep your eye on AG Rosen, because he's going to be doing some stuff. So we're going to see about that. Where is this article? Check this out. Some Dominion machines can connect to the internet. The CEO of Dominion came out and admitted that. Excuse me? You're telling me Dominion and all these leftists, these Democrats, have been claiming for weeks now, no, they can't connect to the internet. There's no way. That's not the case. Oh. And now we're seeing that they can. You admitted it. You admit that they can be connected to the internet. He said, no, most machines aren't connected to the internet, but some states do connect them so that they can, send out data to different whatever. It's like, excuse me? So you're admitting that they can connect to the internet? So if they can connect to the internet, that means hackers can get to those machines. Period. I don't care how safe you are. We heard 2 weeks ago, they said the election was your Venmo account. It has more security than this election. Okay? That is insane. Let's see. You know what? This whole article basically sums it up. There's modems that are inside this. Some of them need an external one. Some of them can even connect to Wi-Fi. Yeah. Melissa Carone, who all these people tried to discredit and say, oh, she's crazy, saying that these machines can connect to Wi-Fi. Turns out they can connect to Wi-Fi, which means they're connected to the internet, which means anyone on the internet that knows what they're doing, like a hacker per se, if they wanted to get into it, they can. You can't stop them. All right, maybe some people can. I certainly can't, but I'm sure a hacker that wants to get in there, they're going to alter those elections, and they're going to alter what the votes are. That's insane. Here's some more news. Check this out. Ken Starr, Pennsylvania flagrantly violated laws ahead of the presidential election. Ron Johnson, what a boss. Shout out to Ron Johnson. My goodness, dude snapped. I don't know what this Eric Trump is, but let's see. At a Senate Oversight Committee hearing on Wednesday, Chairman of the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, Ron Johnson, said that experts must be given the opportunity to examine and investigate the Dominion voting system machines used during 2020 presidential election. The most difficult allegations to assess involve vulnerabilities in voting machines and the software used, said Johnson during his opening statement. In order to effectively determine the extent to which voting machines were subject to nefarious intrusions or other vulnerabilities, computer science experts must be given the opportunity to examine these allegations, he continued. Johnson cited letters from his documented Democratic colleagues that questioned the safety and security of Dominion voting machines. Ranking committee member Senator Gary Peters told Johnson that he believes Wednesday's hearing provides a fundamentally dangerous opportunity to provide a platform to conspiracy theories and lies. Oh my gosh, that pisses me off. We had that forensic audit that came on Sunday, right? I talked about it on my episode on Monday. It's a forensic audit of a Dominion machine that proved that it flipped votes. 68% fraud in this machine. What? So what is it a platform to spread conspiracy theories and lies if we're actually proving it to be true? Check this out. Johnson, props to Johnson. Let's see. I don't see anything dangerous about evaluating information and doing legitimate congressional oversight. Close-minded is the real problem for a lot of issues we face today, responded Johnson. Jesse Banal, a Trump-backed attorney testifying during the Oversight Committee, told the panel of senators that his team was thwarted at every turn in Nevada when attempting to seek transparency during their legal fights post-election. We were denied transparency in Nevada at every single turn, testified Banal. The legal system didn't allow for transparency. They refused to accept subpoenas, said Banal, of the election officials in Nevada, who he says refused to accept the legal documents that would compel them to cooperate with the Trump's legal team's investigation. To protect the integrity of the American election system, we have to make sure that there's transparency, said Banal, which he does not believe occurred in this case. Exactly. We want transparency. We want to be able to look at these systems, this software, these voting tabulation machines that can print, that can change what they're seeing on the vote, that are switching votes from Biden to Trump. We learned that in the machine in Georgia. I don't know why people seem to have forgotten about that machine that they got that switched 36 votes, every single 100 votes. They did 100 votes for Trump, 100 votes for Biden. It came out on the other side, 36 votes switched from Trump to Biden, and Biden ended up with 136 votes. Are we forgetting about that? Now bringing into this whole forensic audit that happened in Michigan, that's now proving that there's 68% flaws going on, that it switched votes from Biden to, or from Trump to Biden, and now we're finding out that there's more votes or less votes at the end. Like, the whole thing is ridiculous. So now they're fighting for transparency in Nevada, and the Democrats it's like they're trying to hold back the torrent of truth. Like, no, don't look. Stop looking. Stop looking in this direction. All right? Just accept the truth and let us cheat. Stop it. Stop trying to get this transparency. We just want this to be easy. All right? Because they feel justified. These people think President Trump is evil. And you know where that comes from? That's right, media. The influence the media has. Oh, and who's been paying the media? That's right, the CCP has spent over $6 million in the past 6 months alone to maintain this whole, Trump is racist. How many times did they ask him, will you condemn white supremacists? Why? I almost swore just now. Why would you need to ask that of the man? If you knew anything about President Trump, you know that he condemns white supremacy. He doesn't like supremacy at all. He's a meritocracy type. If you do the job right, that's the person he wants for the job. The person who will do the job the best, better than anyone else. It doesn't matter what gender you are or what color your skin is. If you're going to do the job, that's the person that should have the job. And I agree with that. And he's proven it throughout his career. If you did any sort of digging into the things that he's done, you would see that he cares about the American people, all American people. He doesn't divide us up like the Democrats do, okay? And that is the media pushing this narrative that he's a bad, orange man bad. Oh my goodness, orange man bad. No, he's not. He's fantastic. He's doing a really good job for the American public. Little do you know, I'm sure a lot of you know, because you follow me and watch my show. So you would probably have watched me grow to enjoy and respect Donald Trump for what he does for this country. My goodness. Yeah, so this kind of thing pisses me off when they're talking about, oh, you're just proving, having another platform to spout lies. Excuse me? How much fraud do you need to see before you go, all right, it's widespread now? All right. We've been saying, they've been reporting for a month straight, there's no proof of widespread fraud. That's what they keep saying. There's no proof of widespread fraud. Stop saying that. There's fraud. One ounce of fraud is fraud. If there's fraud here, that means there could be fraud in the entire election. If Dominion software is bugged, it has errors in it. Oh no, it was just an error. Okay, well, let's have transparency so we know that there was no errors. Well, actually, it's proprietary software, so you're not allowed to actually look into our software. Excuse me? Then you shouldn't be allowed to have anything to do with our elections, because we should, as the people, have every right for transparency. And that's what they're talking about. That's what it comes comes back down to. We just want transparency. The fact that they're not even letting us have transparency in any of this, those votes should be tossed. All right, fine. If you won't allow us to look in the Dominion software, then any vote that used Dominion software should be tossed. Sorry. There's enough that evidence that we've seen that Dominion is dirty. We can't. People are connecting it to CCP through UBS Securities, through the $400 million deal 2 months before the election. Now we're finding out that Joe Biden's sister's husband has stocks in Dominion, or that's what I've seen anyway. So this is insane. How can we trust this Dominion software at all? We can't. Hey, look, if you think that all those votes are being disenfranchised, what about every single vote of all the Americans? People are trying to push this. Well, you're disenfranchising the votes that went through that. Okay, if this is the case and fraud exists, and which we're seeing it does, okay, that means every single American's vote has been disenfranchised. Okay, I don't think they're understanding when they use that word, because they're actually proving our case. The people who think that there was fraud, from what I've seen, there's more than enough evidence. Okay, and man, I don't know if YouTube's gonna boot me for this, because they've openly said you're not even allowed to talk about this stuff. But it doesn't matter to me. This is ridiculous. This kind of stuff is happening, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. It's ridiculous. And even so, Rand Paul came out and said, yeah, it happened. And he even said this is funny. He goes, you claim this is the most secure election ever, but I think you're not looking at the big picture. You're talking about one specific side of the election, not the entire election. Okay, you can just tell them they're lying, Rand. All right, you were trying to be nice. Why are you trying to be nice? They're lying. It isn't the most secure election ever. That is BS. And honestly, I don't know what would be the most secure election ever, because what is secure? How do we even know? Especially because they're not allowing us to double check and have transparency. It's ridiculous. They're doing a recount in Georgia and pushing the people all the way back 100 yards away behind police fencing. Okay, that's where you get to stand to make sure that the signatures match. How are they supposed to check the signature verification if they can't even see the signatures? How can you guys see a signature at 50 yards away? No. 20 yards away. 10 yards. 10 yards maybe. All right? You got to be at least 3 yards away to get a little, understanding of the shape of a signature. I saw one signature tag, and it was ridiculously terrible. There was absolutely nothing the same at all. Two completely different signatures. All right? When I went in to vote, they looked at my ID. They said, sign here. I did. I have my signature on my ID. It matched because I have one signature. And they gave me my ballot, and I went and filled it out, and then I put it in the metal box. And that's that. Now, it turns out they didn't use Dominion voting machines or counting machines in my district. Thank goodness. So I have a feeling my vote probably counted. I still don't know. I haven't checked in like a week, so maybe it did. Maybe it has. I should check that. But man, this is getting out of hand. This is I just want to show you. This is pretty funny. This is from Jack Posobiec. He posted this. Welcome to Pennsylvania. We are number 1 in voter fraud. I thought that was hilarious. And then this is really interesting too. Check this out. This is from CBSN. I just found it really interesting. I want you to listen to this.
What did Ratcliffe say about election fraud and interference?
Well, D&I Ratcliffe leads the 17 intelligence agencies, and he has access to the most highly classified information that is held by the U.S. government. And he told CBS News that there was foreign election interference by China, Iran, and Russia in November of this year, and he is anticipating a public report on those findings in January.
Ooh! All right, so so they're not only did China influence our elections in November, Iran did. and Russia, and Radcliffe's got it. And interesting. So, what are we seeing? What does that mean? So does that mean they've got all this information and they're waiting to drop the hammer? You know, maybe Trump is just waiting. Someone in my locals community said this to me today. They were like, maybe Trump's just biding his time, you know, because he wants Americans to at least have a peaceful Christmas, you know, and that there's no reason to drop the hammer, so to say, before any of this. I guess we'll just see. We will see, won't we? All right, let's talk about... I want to jump ahead to... Well, I was going to talk about Tom Cruise snapping off, but I want to talk about simping being banned. All right, so Twitch has officially banned the word simp. You're not allowed to call anyone a simp anymore. You just can't have fun on the internet anymore. Look at this. Well, you know what? Before I read the article, I want to read, this is from dictionary.com. What does simp mean? Now, according to dictionary.com, simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive or submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attraction, attention, or activity from them. Translation: the word simp is meant to troll young men for doing anything for a girl to get attention he supposedly deserves. That's pretty brutal. I've heard way worse. In fact, I do have the way worse, what it stands for, with Urban Dictionary. I've got that. But I want to show you this article. This is from The Verge. All right. Twitch bans simp. And then it says, good luck, moderators. Yeah, right. Twitch will no longer allow streamers and commentators to go around calling one another simps. The term, a recent favorite in the Twitch community that nominally refers to men who seem desperate for a woman's attention, will be banned when used as an insult under Twitch's upcoming revamp of its harassment policy. Incel and virgin will be banned as insults too. Twitch COO Sarah Clemens said during a live-streamed town hall this afternoon. The new policy, first spotted by esports consultant Rod Breslaw, will go into effect on January 22nd. It also includes stricter rules around sexual harassment and seems to give Twitch more leeway to ban streamers and commentators who make offensive comments. The policy overhaul comes after Twitch was inundated with reports of sexual harassment within its community and complaints that the company has ignored the issue for years. Twitch said in June that it was committed to continuing our efforts to make Twitch a safer environment and that a review of its hateful conduct and harassment policies were underway. Simp is being banned under a portion of the revamped policy that prohibits derogatory statements about another person's perceived sexual preferences. And that does include negatively targeting another person for sexually focused terms, Clemens said. Twitch is also proactively denying emotes that include all three of these terms as well. And this is it's just like a 20-second. This is Sarah Clemens, the COO, essentially saying everything I just reported on. The words simp, incel, and virgin will not be banned in all situations. Twitch will only take action when they're used for harassment, but typically that's how these terms come up on Twitch. We will take action against the use of terms like simp, incel, virgin, specifically when they're being used to negatively refer to another person's sexual preference or practices. Although simp, it's not really a sexual practice, is it? I mean, there is nothing sexual going on if you're simping to someone online or even in person because they're unobtainable. You're not getting anything from the person. You're just bowing to them and, you know, groveling in a sense, whether that be online or in person. I mean, the term simp it's part of culture now. You can't really stop it anymore because It's like banning the word Karen. You know, calling someone a Karen. It's literally the same kind of thing. Oh man, you're being such a Karen. That is just a term in our culture nowadays. Okay? This is like snowplow parenting for everyone. We must plow everything and make everyone so happy and content because words break bones now. We can't have these words breaking bones anymore. Words don't break bones. Stones and sticks falling down. You know, look at this. I got a brutal. This is from the skate ramp. That hurt. Words, they don't hurt. Okay? My back is killing me right now because I fell flat on my back earlier out trying to skateboard on like an icy driveway. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that. It was worth it because I landed the shove it. But still, okay? That's what hurts. Not words. God, we got to get over this weak culture. Or not even just a weak culture, because I think a lot of these younger generations don't care. They're sitting over there going, we don't care. Shut up, boomer. Okay, boomer, that's what it comes from. It's from people not understanding the new culture of the younger generation coming in, going, we're taking over. It's the internet age, okay? It's a new type of human being mind, you know, that's taking over right now. They don't care that much. The only people that care are the ones that are sheltered by these snowplow parents. And even then, I don't even think most of them are. It's mostly the snowplow parents, the people that are taking offense for other people. Well, I'm offended because that might offend somebody else. Will you get over yourself? Gosh, virtue signaling to the max. Shut up. Nobody cares. You're a Karen. No one's out there. Look, if you get upset on the internet, that's 100% on you. Done. Period. Turn the internet off. Find yourself. Find your own confidence. If you lack your own confidence, you should not be on the internet. I'll tell you that. That's it. Man, you guys are, those people really they really aren't thinking. They think they're so virtuous. They think they're so right. And then everyone else is so evil. So everything they do is for the good of mankind. It's like, goodness sakes. You know? I can't stand that. All right, let's, I want to read the Urban Dictionary version of simp. This is, let's see. Where is it? Here we go. Suckers idolizing mediocre pussycats. But you can say it. I mean, you can figure it out what yourself. That's literally what it is. And I don't know how many people saw Vote Flake. This is so interesting. I guess this is what they would call me. Anyone who protests the results of the 2020 U.S. presidential election without any proof or evidence, and refuses to recognize Joe Biden as the 46th president of the United States. He hasn't been elected yet. Sorry, Urban Dictionary, you libtard website, which seems to be the way that it is. Yeah, no, he isn't the president yet. All right. There's dueling electors that are going, this stuff is not over yet. All right. Joe Biden is not the president-elect. We don't know that. Okay. They vote January 6th. That's when everything goes in. And guess who gets to count them all? Vice President Pence. That's right. Vice President Pence. He's the one who gets to decide. Now, I'm gonna actually do a much longer explanation on what could happen on Friday night. Friday's show, I'm gonna talk about what is gonna happen, what is potential outcomes of this election, because it is certainly not over. Okay, it's far from over. All right, so I'm gonna get into some super chats. I'm gonna talk about the Tom Cruise thing another day. It's whatever. You know what? Maybe I'll go over it because it's not very long. Tom Cruise unleashes angry expletive rant at Mission Impossible crew for breaking COVID-19 rules. I said that so weird. I'm going to try that again. Tom Cruise unleashes angry expletive-filled rant at Mission Impossible crew for breaking COVID-19 rules. Way better. All right. I definitely nailed it the second time. In a leaked audio tape obtained by The Sun, Hollywood actor Tom Cruise can be heard screaming at Mission Impossible crew members for not observing COVID-19 social distancing restrictions on the film's UK set, warning that they threatened to jeopardize the film's production and the entire movie industry. Cruise was reportedly yelling at 2 crew members for standing within 2 meters of each other on Mission Impossible 7 set, which, like many films, has seen production disrupted by the pandemic, including shutdowns and delays. Quote, I am on the phone with every effing studio at night, insurance companies, producers, and they're looking at us, using us to make their movies, Cruise shouted, emphasizing that they are creating thousands of jobs. Cruise said that anyone continuing to break the rules would be fired, and they can tell their apologies to the people that are losing their effing homes because of our industry is shut down. Quote, we want the gold standard. They're back in Hollywood making movies right now because of us, because they believe in us and what we're doing. Cruise was heard to say in a leaked recording, production at British studios, which are used to shoot many Hollywood blockbusters, reopened in May, while many American production continued to face delays, even with strict on-set rules. Look, I also found out that it was the 2 people that he was yelling at were looking at a screen together. They were both wearing masks. They came to look at a computer screen to probably see if the, whatever, if the shot turned out well or whatever. They were looking at a computer screen together, just 2 people. That's it. That's what happened. I guess Whoopi Goldberg's coming out and defending him now, and it's just like, all right, I get it. Whatever. These uber famous people get really mad when things don't go their way. Yeah. We get it. Like Christian Bale did his whole freak out. I think Russell Crowe had a freak out too, didn't he? Now we got George Clooney goes off on anti-maskers amid coronavirus. Put on an effing mask. Who is not wearing a mask? I'm so sick of this. Look, every single person I know, even the people on Twitter, I follow a lot of conservatives on Twitter. Even they all wear masks when they go into a store. Nobody's walking into a store going, I'm not going to wear a mask. Okay, they exist, those very few people, all right? But there's no famous people advocating for fighting to wear absolutely no masks at any time, all right? Everyone's like, look, when we're outside, we're not going to wear a mask. That's ridiculous. When we're driving in our cars, that's ridiculous. When we're in our own homes, that's ridiculous. But look, if I'm entering a store, like, all right, fine, I'll wear a mask for everyone else. That's what I'm seeing. So, George Clooney, I'm not even going to read this article, okay? I don't care. Everyone does wear a mask. We're all wearing a mask, all right, when we go into a store. You want me to wear a mask when I'm by myself in a studio here, solo? They probably do. And that is ridiculous. Yeah, stupid. Thanks, man. And then, of course, he goes to rag on President Trump for some reason, even though President Trump came out and said it's patriotic to wear a mask in certain situations to protect others. And he said, there's no one more patriotic than me. It's like, dope. So you're actually using this article to just rag on Trump. I'm so over it. Shut up. Gosh. Nobody seems to truly understand, what President Trump has actually done for this country. All right, look. I'm going to read some super chats now. Over with the segments. Before I do, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below. It really does help me grow. And share my videos. You can share my videos because I clip up these into different segments, do little thumbnails, learn from the best, Mr. Tim Pool. And also, you can share my live videos if you want. My live streams, I go live Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 8 p.m. And yeah, it really does help me. Smash that like button you have if you can. But seriously, though, please share. I think that is definitely going to help me expand my channel. I feel like I've been stagnating, and maybe it's just because I just do my thing and I'm comfortable and complacent. I really should up my YouTube commentator. What am I? I don't know. YouTuber, I guess, So share. That's what they all say all the time. So I'm just going to start doing it too. Please share my videos. It really does help me out. All right, I'm going to read some super chats here. Mark Waz says, check out the song Heaven is a Half Pipe by OPM. You'd love it. It's very fitting because right now on Earth, I can't do the S word. Oh, that sucks. Unfortunately, you don't have a half pipe in your basement or a street park in your garage. I'm flexing a little bit. I'll be honest. I'm flexing right now. I actually have heard that song. Tim's actually played it. I don't really remember it, but I'll check it out again. Scott Woodford says, much love for you. Thank you so much. And actually, you know what? I learned from my locals community, Alpha Omega Energy, is shout out to your mom for watching the show for the first time. Hi, Alpha Omega Energy's mother. Hello. Welcome to watching my show. I appreciate that. I'm not your buddy guy says, what's up with this recent CBS report on DNI Radcliffe saying that there was election interference in November from China, Russia, and Iran? I know. I actually played that clip during that segment. Now, I cannot wait to see what he's going to bring out. Of course, they said they're going to wait till January. Why? If we know there's election interference from foreign countries, that specifically is for Trump's executive order in 2018 preventing foreign interference. What are we waiting for? Drop the hammer. Let's see it. Man. Let's see. Tom Cruise says, I'm gangster as... Yeah, he's gangster. Dan Norduff says, if words break bones, does that make a dictionary a WMD? Ooh, I like that. Yes. In fact, I have a Webster's New World Dictionary over here, and yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Let's see. Nani says, happy birthday, Apocalypse RNG. It's today/tomorrow. Oh, Nani is from my Discord. Shout out to Apocalypse RNG, another one of my Discord patrons. Happy birthday. Brunswick, Maryland says, I'm where Adam's P.O. Box is, you punks. 68, baby. That's true. That is where my P.O. Box is, and I'm going to take this time to show you guys my donation page, which you can donate to me directly on my PayPal, but more importantly, I have a P.O. Box. Now, I am currently having a contest to give away a board, my Catalyst. Now, I launched my coffee company, Crigler Coffee, and you can check it out, criglercoffee.com, but my blend is called the Catalyst Blend. All right. Now, my board was called the Catalyst. All right. So I'm going to be giving away. I have so many stickers. I have like 10,000 skate stickers right here. Old skate stickers spanning the past 15 years. Now, send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to my P.O. Box, and I'm going to send you a sticker. All right. But one lucky person is going to win my board. Now, I've actually skated this board. It's still in really good shape. All right. I don't have any brand new ones, so unfortunately that's the only thing you got. But I've skated this board. It's a dope board. It's the Arbor Catalyst. You can't even buy it anymore. They don't make it anymore. So this is a discontinued pro board that I designed myself to be the ultimate longboard. So I'm going to be giving one away. One lucky winner is going to get it. You have to send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to my P.O. Box. That's P.O. Box 68, Brunswick, Maryland, 21716. And I'm going to give you a sticker, but one person will win a board. Very excited about it. All right. Let's see here. TJB says, no Adam, no peace. Spam Timcast with Crigler Coffee. One of these days, I'm just going to go up there and just sit down and be like, this is an autonomous zone that I am taking. I am warlord of this microphone and this zone, and just take over that show. Maybe I should do it. Dave Rubin says, I'll have you on if you agree to a farting contest. I'd be ripping him. Why do you hide behind such funny names? Why? Because it's funny. I do appreciate it. A spin says, take me. All right, I will. I'm going to take you for a spin. Anyway, there you go. I'm spinning the UFO for you. All right. Frank Bucko says, love the show. Have been a fan since Timcast. Couple questions. Do you do PC gaming, and what type of games do you play? Will the coffee come in K-cups? No, They don't come in K-Cups, but you can actually order a reusable K-Cup that you can use whatever coffee you'd like, and it's quite good. And I do PC gaming. I do a little bit of both. Currently, I play a little bit of Diablo 2. There's a mod that came out that upgrades it. It's pretty cool. And also Cyberpunk I'm playing on my PC instead of my PS5. So Jose Navarro says Scalpers is a retail issue, and it will continue until retailers verify purchases. Retailers verify purchases. B, we stop and learn how to wait and stop giving into marketing hype. That's a good point. Yep, I need verifying purchases. That is an interesting thing. Like, how do you do that? You know, obviously we're gonna have to figure something out. You know, so let's see. Steve Husted said my favorite MAGA hippie. Oh, thank you very much. All right. I guess so. I guess I am. Robert Wiles says, I can't watch Tim's show anymore. I'm glad you have your own. I'm BD with, I'm bad with names. Ian, I think how you spell it, his name, said 9/11 was an inside job. Be blessed. Yeah, I hear he says a lot of things. I don't watch Timcast IRL. I never did. I was on it, and now I'm not. And now I do my own thing. Let's see. Super Dank says, waited in line for 6 hours for one. When Fred Myers had 20, I was one person off. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Super Dank. I hope you do get a PS5 soon. Jose Navarro again says, no. We don't need government regulations. Sure. I mean, you can't stop it at this point. You know, it's controlling. We need to have more say on what the government does. But, I mean, stopping bots from scalping all of the PS5s or computer components, the 3080s, like, you know, tickets, you know, what is that stopping? You know, like, okay, like argue, you know, convince me that that's something you don't want, and how, and why. I need more convincing. I agree with you, though. We need to keep them in check because they've got enough power as it is. Jose Navarro again says, GOP has always been trash. Turtle Boy Mitch McConnell would love to continue the left-right paradigm so they can spend 4 years complaining about the DNC. Good point. They want us against each other. That's the truth. Johnny Buns. Yo, Adam. Been viewing since the pool days. I think if you buy these luxury items, PS5, Xbox, etc., you should be required to refund all money given to you by the government. Stimulus check, unemployment, food stamps. Why? It's they're helping everybody, you know? If you're complaining about that and not complaining about the fact that Joe Biden's friends that got millions of dollars in PPE that was supposed to be for small businesses while they're making millions of dollars, it was like a law firm that happened, then you are clearly misinformed, Johnny. Like, seriously, that's what you have issues with? The citizens spending their small, tiny little check on whatever they want? Really, dude? Come on. When multi-million-dollar companies were getting multi-million dollars in PPE protections when they didn't even need it? Come on, dude. No. Kimchi93 says, what they're saying is if a battered wife came into the police station and they told her, well, we have all this evidence, he beat you up, but all we can do is make sure it doesn't happen again. That's a good point, Kimchi. I agree with you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's like, oh, well, you know, you should probably leave him. What? He literally beat her. What are we doing about it? Well, let's just make sure it doesn't happen again. Like, come on. No. And this is even worse. Well, I don't know. It's pretty bad. But this is crazy. Because they know that it exists. They're even acknowledging it. Yes, it happened. Dead people voted. Non-citizens voted. Oh, that Senate hearing was ridiculous. Jonathan says Department of National Intelligence blocked Trump from exercising his election integrity executive order from 2018 by missing the required deadline. Are you serious? Really? I'm going to look into that because that's new information to me. Steve Fernald says Adam is spitting fire right now. Thank you. I don't know what I was saying during that segment. Probably during the whole Senate thing because, yeah, I got a little heated there. Oh, I just had a super chat jump. Eric Evans says, "You're dope. Reached out to Everyday Astronaut YouTuber on your behalf. Always a long shot, but I'm sure you'd give on space talk. Unless I got that wrong and you don't like space, spin the UFO." Oh, well, Eric, come on. You know I like space. And man, Everyday Astronaut, if you're listening or thinking about joining me on my show, you are absolutely welcome to come on my show. I would love to have you. You've gotten to meet Elon Musk, and you know, man, you're all in the new and want to, I just would love to pick his brain. That'd be great. He's a very smart guy. Jose Navarro again says, "Simping takes always from 90% of Twitch's revenue, so let's ban the word." That's a good point. I know. Well, the simps will remain, but no one will be able to call them simps. That's basically what it is. Kyle Rooney says, "Adam, you should post videos to BitChute and stream on DLive, YouTube, and BTFO." Well, my all of my videos now go to Library, all right, and Odyssey. So I do have another form that you can see them, I am spread out right now. I mean, if YouTube gets rid of me, I'll probably go stream on DLive. Although BitChute can't do live streaming. I don't think Rumble can either. But I've got my my ear to the ground, and I'm probably going to be. Hopefully, I can stay on YouTube because that's where the traffic's at. Abe says, "Adam, you have to understand this though. A slide ruler can usually prove the calculation, but the calculator can only simulate it. I'd say more, but characters." I suppose, we still need to. I'm assuming you're talking about, the whole Dominion stuff, but I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Hank Van Het Internet, how much time we got? We got time. Says, "Keep up the good work, Adam. Would love to see Luke from We Are Change as a guest. It would be such a great deep diving dynamic." You know what? Luke is here, and I could probably have him join me on the show. He is an interesting fellow. I've actually known him for about 7 years. I met him a long time ago in New York City when I first met Tim. So I've known him and watched him cover some crazy situations. So, yeah, it would be an interesting conversation, wouldn't it? The man behind the screen says, "Adam, as a Soulsborne fan, you should check the Bonfire VN and Garden of Eyes YouTube channels. They use mods to set up awesome 3 to 10 minute boss v boss battles in Bloodborne and the Souls games. Good stuff." Whoa, interesting. So they actually pit bosses versus bosses? That's pretty cool. Also, I could see it being a little boring, because they do their automated attacks and it's not player controlled, unless it is player controlled, in which case then I'd be very interested in. Let's see. Gone Fall says, Brian Kemp's girlfriend's son died in a car accident, which looked like it was actually a bomb. Recently, the lead investigators for this case committed suicide. Yeah, right. No wonder Kemp didn't sign Georgia to Trump. Wow, really? I don't know anything about all of that, but that's pretty insane if that's true. Link the Boss 3 says, "I have proven that masks don't work. 2 years ago, I wore them to school and did everything they were supposed to do now and got both strep and the flu." I don't know. I think it's crazy. Abe says, "Pop quiz, Adam. Who do you think the original anarchist was? Hint, Bible. NT." I don't know. Was it Jesus? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. Colostomy Baguette, what's up? Hey, brother. Miss gaming with you. Hit me up after the show with some chit-chat, man. Much love. Right on, Baguette. Super Dank says, "Watch the Quarterings breakdown on the Tom Cruise situation. He has a great video on it." The Quartering is awesome. I got to shout out to the Quartering. He has a really good vibe, a really good flow. He's very calm and composed. I really like his style of YouTubing. And Jeremy, I would love to have you on my show. I actually did meet him when he was here, and he's going to be on my show. So eventually I will have him on. I've just been a little crazy with the different things that I've been working on outside of the show. SoCal Gamer says, "California Gavin Newsom got $3 million in PPE loan for 7 of his businesses that didn't even close. while he's up there mandating shutdowns for all other small businesses. Yet another reason. And he also gave millions of like $900 million to China for masks that never came. Do you know about that? I think that I hear that they're trying to recall him, and they actually have a shot at recalling him, which would be amazing. So let's see. Gone Fall says Brian Kemp's daughter's boyfriend. Correction. Okay. Doesn't matter. It's insane. All this stuff that's happening is just way too. It's a lot. It's a lot. All right, I'm gonna roll the die here. All right, I roll the die. What's the number, everybody? I'm gonna give a spin to the UFO. Spinning that UFO. Now tell me, what's the number? What's the number, everybody? Give me a little sip. All right. All right. So, thank you for joining me on my show. Please make sure to join the contest for the board that I'm going to be giving away. And that's, you have to send a self-addressed stamped envelope to my P.O. Box, which you can go on my website, adamcrigler.net, and check it out. And yeah, that's going to be it. TJB, right off the bat, said 7. You didn't even need to guess all those other numbers, buddy. You literally got it right off the bat. First one, it was 7. Congratulations, you won. So, yeah. So that's that. I will be back tomorrow. It's Thursday, meaning Carlin's going to be joining me on my show. We're going to be talking about some stuff. She's always fun to chat with. And then Friday is jam night. And yeah, I'm excited about it. So everybody have a wonderful night. I will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.